Hi guys, hope you're all well. Welcome to the Magic of Beltane and Maytime. So I'm just coming on today to do the monthly tarot scope, the monthly tarot spread, and see what we all need to be aware of for this month. And I'm also going to do a little bit of a blessing spell to honour the magic of Beltane. So as you guys probably know, it is Beltane today. So this is a fire pagan festival and it honours the energy of the sun. So it's all about the halfway point between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. And this is a brilliant time to bring about change, to sort of allow fertility within the world, new life, new magic. And it's the time to birth new ideas, new adventures, new loves, okay? So I thought, what better way to start this month, as it's been quite heavy going with the effects of COVID-19 and everything else that we're going through. I just thought, what better way to honour and do a little bit of spell work before, just to try and help everybody out a little bit. Now, when we do this spell, you won't need to do anything other than just send your thoughts and your intentions into the candle. So for today's spell, I'm using a beautiful yellow candle. So the yellow just represents and honours the energy of the sun. If you wanted to try this yourself, you could also use a red candle or an orange candle, whatever you might have lying around. Now I've put some sigils on this candle, and sigils are magical keys or symbols, and they just help to amplify certain energies. So the one on the front here, this just represents the energy of victory. So personal victory for the earth and personal victory as individuals and a human race for us. And then on the back, what we've got here is a sigil to represent good health, okay, again for the earth and for ourselves as a collective. And you probably can't see this too well, but I've put in silver a sigil which represents the energy of peace. So again, peace for the Mother Earth and peace for us as individual people. Because I know a lot of us have been really struggling with our headspace lately, myself included, on and off at times. Now I've also laced this candle, you probably can't see this too well, but this candle is actually very sticky and it's covered in honey. So honey is very good to use in magic because it can just help to make a situation a little bit sweeter. And I think with everything going on, if we can amplify that energy, that's just going to be a bonus, isn't it? Okay, so all I need you guys to do is just focus, send your thoughts, send your own personal intentions of what you want to receive for the earth at this time and for yourselves as individuals. Send the energy into the candle, and when I sort of cast the spell, just know and trust that that has been sent and those wishes will be granted for the highest of good. So I am going to light the candle now. Brilliant. Okay, now I've got my Book of Shadows here. Okay, so I'm just going to find the spell. So like I say guys, all I want you to do is just allow your energy to focus on this beautiful candle whilst I say the incantation. The Beltane fire sends its flames to the sun, the promise of summer warmth to come. The horned god dances through the green, chasing after his goddess and queen. The earth mother laughs with joy that her young consort is no longer a boy. Their sacred marriage empowers the earth, and couples seek their blessings for future birth. Hawthorn blossoms in radiant white, and clarity grows in the quickening light. Now is the time for action and life, to fertilize plans and banish strife. Take the leap across the Beltane fire, and let the energies take you higher. So I hope that that spell has helped. I hope it's just given you a little bit of a boost. Know and trust the earth will have heard that, and that's being sent for the highest of good. Now I'm going to leave that candle to burn right down. Okay, and in the meantime we'll do the stop, start and continue for the month of May and see what's happening, see what we need to be aware of. So I've already channeled the cards and I've sort of picked the energies out for us guys. So the stop card then, we go into the energy of the devil. I don't know if you can see this too well here. Okay, So the devil is really interesting. So the devil is all about the sort of trickster. It's that feeling of temptation. The devil is searching for perfection. But as we all know, perfection is illusion. It doesn't exist. So what we have to do here, guys, is we have to stop sort of focusing on anything that's unachievable, really. You know, we have to stop sort of focusing on all the doom and gloom of everything. And the devil's quite a fiery card as well, okay? So the devil is often that sort of energy that holds on to temptation. It's being lured into things that don't necessarily serve our highest of good, but we just feel tempted. So for a lot of us at the moment, I know there are a lot of people that are drinking, they're eating excessively, all of these sorts of things, and they're giving their power away. And these things might seem quite tempting and everything else, but they're not actually necessarily serving your highest good. So that's an example of how the devil can work. The devil is also quite a fiery card in the sense of locking horns. Sometimes it wants to sort of prove itself to the world that actually, you know, it's right, and it will stop at nothing until it recognises and gets what it's searching for. And I think we have to all remember, guys, that perfection is illusion. It doesn't exist. And if we're setting ourselves up to fail, if we're putting those expectations so high, they will actually be unachievable. So this is about not giving your power away to situations that actually are outside of your control. The other really important thing with the devil is actually, you know, he can be his own worst enemy at times, and he has the power to sort of remove himself from any restraints. He has the power to fly high and fly free. But it's almost like he's wanting the last word. He's wanting the last say. He's wanting desperately to prove people wrong in situations. And so sometimes he stays around and he actually gets burnt. So what we have to do, guys, is be really, really aware and careful of how we're choosing to feed our energy lines and how we're being as individual people. And it's looking at things that are presented to us and think, does it matter? Do we need to have the last word? Do we need to have the last say? Do we have to prove that particular point? And you know in your own heart centre, your energies, you know your truth. So it's about really pulling back from this. And that's something I've really noticed with COVID-19. There are so many different viewpoints, different ways of seeing this, and some people are being quite respectful and they're appreciating everybody's viewpoints. Some people are really arguing. Some conspiracy theorists are really kind of going over the top. And I think whatever your understanding is of that, know your truth. Okay, so it's almost like not necessarily needing to challenge things back, not necessarily needing to sort of feed into the energies of fear, because the devil is wanting to control situations. So it's also like not allowing the fear factor of things to get in the way of where we're at. Okay, so this is literally pulling back your power. Don't allow the energy of the devil to sort of burn you en route, where you've been perhaps so caught up in something and you're wanting to really sort of prove your perspective, your point. Because sometimes in this world, whatever we do, people won't always understand us. They won't always understand or resonate how we're seeing something. But if you can say that you live by that sort of calling or that way of being, does it really matter? Give yourself permission to reclaim your power. Don't allow the devil to almost control the space that you're sort of in, because the devil is all about suppression. If this was a person, this would be almost like the narcissistic energy. This would be the sort of abuser. It's all of those kind of things. And very often in sort of negative relationships, a person might start off being amazing, they might be beautiful looking and everything else, but very often we sort of unearth and we see the true energies and the true sort of motivations of what the devil is about, and it's not always that nice to see. Okay, so this is about not sort of feeding into anything negative, staying focused. Then as we go into our start card, this is a really brilliant time, this card, for Beltane as well. This made me smile when this came out. So we go into the Seven of Pentacles. So Seven of Pentacles is a really great card of celebration. I don't know if you can see that so well. It's all about looking at what you're sort of feeding, where you're putting your energy into, and watching all this abundance and all this prosperity come into your world. So this is almost like you planting the seeds. So what Beltane is all about, bringing new life, starting to sort of fertilise and allow things to blossom and bloom. Now, we've got all the pentacles in the card, so this could relate to monetary things, but this could also just be around new business ideas, new business ventures. For some of you, you might have felt that you've got some real creativity that you want to bring to the table, and it could potentially lead on to something monetary in time. But this is about planting the seeds for the future. I know a lot of people at the moment are investing in home study, whether it might be something holistic or something more practical. A lot of people are using this time to be creative. So all of those sorts of things, and it's great because it's allowing new energy, new life to sort of come into the world. But in time as well, it might become business ventures for you, or it might be a way that you can earn some additional money on the side. So it is all about harvesting and allowing abundance, prosperity to come into your physical world in many wonderful ways. For myself, I'm getting back into my book writing, and even though that's probably not going to be ready for quite a long time, just starting to get back into tapping into that sort of creativity and writing and getting that sort of fourth book underway, it's quite exciting. So it can be things of this nature, planting something, allowing things to start to grow and mature, and over time they'll eventually work for your highest good. So really, really positive card. And for some of you, this might be as basic and as simple as just waking up and getting out of bed of the morning and, you know, getting on with your day. That might be where you're at with this at the moment. And if that's the case, that's absolutely fine. It doesn't have to be huge, big and wonderful dreams, desires and all these things. But you might also be the other end of the scale where you are doing those, you know, really, really powerful things. But it's about sort of moving forward. It's all about hope and knowing that actually where you feed your energy, you'll attract things back. Now our continue card, what we have to sort of continue to do and to continue to work on, the Knight of Wands. So when knights show in tarot, they come in to honour, to protect or to defend something. So in this case, it's the wand. So this is almost like your personal power, your personal magic. And this is about you putting your best foot forward. And I know for a lot of people, because we're not physically able to do a lot of what we would be doing, it's feeling very confusing. But this is about continuing to move forward and continuing to protect your personal power, your personal worth, okay? So it might be that you're protecting a business venture, it might be that you're protecting family, loved ones, it might just be protecting your own mental health or your own personal energy. But this is about staying focused, and this horse is wanting to just travel at quite some speed, okay? So it's continuing to protect and invest in everything that makes you happy, okay, and what your own personal success is for you. Because success is a very personal journey, so your understanding and level of success will be different to mine and somebody else's, okay? The same with happiness. Happiness for you will be different to me and somebody else. But these are the energies the knight is wanting to come in and protect. It's your own personal power, it's your own personal magic, and not allowing any judgments or anybody from the outside world to dictate or to tell you how to be or live. This is all about living your truth. And as the earth continues to heal, when we come out the other side, this is going to be about all of us stepping up and living our complete truth. And I think that's something that, you know, lockdown is really, really highlighting for all of us. Whether we're young or old, we're all on extremely borrowed time. And the universe almost gifts us a particular sort of time slot, which is our life. So it's really, really important more than ever before to do all of these things that we want to do. However big or small your dreams, your aspirations or your desires, grab the opportunities, because you're not going to get this time again. You know, there's no sort of rehearsal. There's only one shot at this, guys. And this knight is wanting to protect you in everything that you value and everything that you want to sort of turn your hand to moving forward. So really, really great cards. They're telling a really, really clear story, okay? And then I'm just going to pick a witch's rune as an overall message or conclusion for this. Okay, so I'm asking for a rune for the highest of good. Let's see what we get. Yep, okay, brilliant. So we've got the rune of flight. So I don't know if you can see this so well here. I don't know if it will show better under the candle maybe. Okay, so the rune of flight, this is all about moving forward. Okay, so this is again keeping the thoughts flowing freely forward, keeping the body moving, making sure that you're walking and you're getting your exercise that you're entitled to. And as time goes on, this is about starting to fly free, you know. So it's leaving the negative stuff in the past. We have no power over that now. We can't control or change what's come to be. But like the night, we can focus on the future. So this is really about personal planning, living the best quality of life that you can. And the other great thing with the rune of flight, sometimes in the past, a lot of people I know would have been very scared to move forward. But I think, again, through the energies of this, it's made people a lot more aware of actually their strengths, their power, as well as maybe their weaknesses, because we've all been going through quite a lot of self-healing. But this is about investment. It's all about investing in yourself and, you know, flying higher, flying that little bit more free than perhaps you've ever thought was possible before. Okay, so give yourselves permission to be the absolute best you can be in all that you turn your hand to. And this is a rune of success, okay? Great times, adventures, they do await us. And I know for some of us it feels like a year, you know, like years and years away at the moment. They can't always see that. But it's about seeing beyond the problem, see beyond the blockage. And in time, we will be able to physically fly, and we will physically be able to go abroad and experience all these great, wonderful things. But it is just going to take time. Okay, so this is keeping focused, keeping our head in the game, but being gentle on ourselves as well when we need to pull back, when we need to rest. But it is a rune of complete success. So I think, guys, Maytime is going to bring this new great Beltane light into the world. And I do feel that we might still be in lockdown, we might still be in self-isolation, but I do feel that everyone's going to start to feel a little bit more comfortable with where they're at. And I think that's really, really important. So great, great times to come. I think we're through a lot of the heavy, darker energy, and we're starting to immerse into the light. And what better way as physical earth is starting to bring back the power of light, okay, into the world. So it's almost like light is now our sort of shield, and it's our real sort of saving grace, light overcoming the darker times. I feel we're nearly there, guys. So stay focused, and I'm going to leave that there. I hope it resonates, I hope it helps, I hope it makes sense for you. Much love and blessings. Have a great day, whatever you're doing for Beltane and whatever you plan to do throughout the month of May. Stay well, stay safe, and I'll look forward to seeing you all in the near future. Like I say, I'm going to keep the candle burning and keep sending out that power to the universe. Stay safe, stay well, much love, blessed be, and I'll talk and see you all again soon. Bye for now.